Starting out the list at number 5 is Paris Campbell. He's one of the fastest players ever at Ohio State. He's tied with Curtis Samuel for the fastest 40-yard dash time of 4.31 seconds. Campbell's best season came in 2018 when he registered 90 catches and over 1,000 yards. His 90 catches at the time were an all-time record for catches in a season until Jackson Smith-Njigba broke that record in 2021. Campbell's career numbers aren't as good as some of the others on this list, but his 2018 season was one of the best ever at Ohio State, making his spot on this list well cemented.
Campbell just says, I am gone down the sideline. Speed kills, and Campbell uses it to get to the end.
Checking in at number 4 is KJ Hill. Hill's inclusion on this list could have been for the simple reason that he's the all-time leader in receptions at Ohio State. During the course of his full career, Hill amassed 201 catches, 2,332 yards, and 20 touchdowns. He played in 3 straight Big Ten title games from 2017 to 2019. His best season came in 2018 when he had 70 catches and almost 900 yards. He ranked 6th all-time in total yards, and as mentioned before, he stands alone at the top of the all-time receptions list. Maybe most impressive of all is the fact that during his 3 best seasons, Hill played with 3 different starting quarterbacks, JT Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, and Justin Fields. He also has this catch on his resume.
He just tucked it away. Check this out, bunch set, 14, wide open, perfect pass.
Number 3 on the list is Devin Smith. While Smith never had more than 44 catches in any single season for the Buckeyes, the reason for him being ranked in the top 5 of this decade is due to him having elite traits. He's inarguably the best deep threat receiver the Buckeyes have ever had. During the 2014 championship season, Smith roasted DBs to the tune of an absurd 28 yards per catch. His field stretching ability transformed the offense in 2014, and a championship would likely not have been possible without him. His 30 career touchdowns at Ohio State ranked 3rd all-time behind only Chris Olave and David Boston.
Wants to throw, now he's going to do what he can with his legs. No, he will throw. Lobs it to the end zone! Touchdown! Devin Smith!
Inhabiting the 2 spot in these rankings is Michael Thomas. Where Thomas landed on this list was always going to be debated. He doesn't have the career numbers of anyone else on this list, but that's because he basically only played in 2 seasons for the Buckeyes, 2014 and 2015. We're putting him at number 2 because during those 2 seasons, what he showed on the field was greatness. Perhaps the most polished receiver ever to play at Ohio State, Thomas scored 18 touchdowns in just 2 seasons, which is tied for 12th all time. His production came in just 28 games at Ohio State, while many receivers before him on this list played in over 40 games, and Devin Smith played in over 50. It also doesn't hurt that he went on to become one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Backfield, snap to Jones, hands it Marshall, and it's reverse. Ball is given to Spencer, who throws left corner of the end zone. Caught to Michael Thomas, the official signal touchdown. Evan Spencer with a touchdown pass to Michael Thomas.
At number 1 on the list is Chris Olave. While his last season at Ohio State falls out of the decade recovering, his performances from 2018 to 2020 still warranted him being at the top of the list. He had 840 yards and 12 touchdowns as a sophomore in 2019, while averaging a ridiculous 17.5 yards per catch. In 2020, the shortened season due to COVID, he had a ridiculous 50 catches in 7 games. He also had 729 yards. If you prorate that over the course of a full 12-game season, he would have had 86 catches, 1,250 yards, and 12 touchdowns. Further solidifying him at the top of the list were his games against the team up north, which seemed to be one of his best games every season. And his breakout game came against them as a freshman when he scored 2 touchdowns and blocked a punt. He played in the Rose Bowl in 2018 and 2 playoff appearances in 2019 and 2020. He's the all-time leader in touchdown receptions at Ohio State. He broke David Boston's record, which stood for over 20 years. He's one of the best wide receivers to ever play for the Buckeyes, and when we do an all-time rankings list, it'll be interesting to see where he stacks up against the other all-time greats.
Delivers downfield. It's Olave. Touchdown number 2 for number 2. Buckeyes throwing haymakers. They've blown this wide open. 43 yards.
That's it for now. Thanks for sticking around to watch the whole thing. Next, we'll be doing the running backs from 2011 to 2020.